Docker? I don't even know her. Now, the Docker ecosystem allows for applications to be deployed and managed extremely easily. These applications are published as images and can be shared with other computers. And all that is really required is pulling the image, which is the same as downloading the image or the application and running it with Docker. So you might be asking, what is the difference between a virtual machine and a container? VMs contain a full operating system. And if you wanted to download and use multiple apps, they would not be segmented. They would all be downloaded on top of the operating system itself in each individual virtual machine. For Docker, you have the host or a virtual machine. Then you have Docker. Then you have the different containers running segmented all within that one virtual machine, and they do not touch each other. And these apps are running in different containers, so they do not touch the host OS. So multiple containers can run on a single host. So to put it very simply, virtual machines, everything is scrambled together, all coexisting in one environment. In Docker, everything's segmented and containerized all within one environment. So how do we run Docker and start running apps in containers? You are going to run this command, curl ssl getdocker.com pipe sh, and that will install Docker from the official website, which if we go to getdocker.com, it just runs a Linux installation script. Once you have Docker installed, we need to give the current user permissions and have them added to the Docker group. So they're now added to the Docker group. Then you just reboot your machine and we are added to the Docker group, which means this user can now literally do anything in Docker. Now, before running a Docker container, we need to pull a Docker image. And images are basically instructions for what the Docker container can execute. So images can be downloaded using the docker pull command. So we do docker pull, we'll do nginx for this example, and it has now pulled the nginx image. If we do docker image, you can manage all the images on your machine. So you see all the commands, you see the pull command here. Download an image from a registry. So if we do docker image ls, you can see all the Docker images running on this machine. And then when you see nginx right here, the one from 8 weeks ago, it is a automated pen testing agent. If you want to check out that video, it'll be up here, but watch this one till the end first before you check out that one. So if we wanted to confirm Docker is working, we do docker run hello world. So this is just a test image that Docker pulls, and it shows that this message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. As you can see down here, we have the hello world image pulled. So everything's working good. So if we wanted to start a container, we would do docker run, and then in this case, whatever the container name is, so it's nginx, and then new tab. So if you do docker ps, you can see the nginx container that is running. And right here is the container ID. So this means we are literally running nginx in its own container. So this doesn't touch the host OS. If you wanted to pull already made images, this is called Docker Hub. And for example, if you wanted to pull PyTorch, you have the command right here, docker pull PyTorch, and then you just run that in your command line, and then it actually pulls PyTorch from Docker Hub. So you can just run containers from here. For example, they have MCPs on here. They have Playwright on here, which if you don't know, Clawbot or OpenClaw actually pulls Playwright and uses it for some of its autonomous automation. Autonomous automation. That's a word. You can pull different AIs like Gemma 3 You can pull Quinn 3. You can pull Llama 3.2, which is pretty cool. I also have another video on how to install Ollama and run AI locally. Also, if you want to check that out, that would be appreciated as well. So that's pretty much it. That is how you would get started with Docker and start pulling containers and running containers and kind of how all the aspects work together. If you're working with AI or like dev tools or like literally anything, you're going to use Docker a lot. So it is best to get familiar with it. So that is it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, punch all the buttons in the face, and I'll see you in the next one.